would create some fake Facebook account online to criticize, to exclusively criticize certain groups of people, and I mean sometimes the remarks of them are not necessarily true. Yeah, I think that's a part of hate speech.
Yeah, so like Hitler, I think everybody knows who's Hitler, right? He had this hate speech about being Jewish, like he hates them. So, but surprisingly, in some countries, hate speech is constitutionally banned. Like you get in jail if you have a hate speech in public. So welcome Hazel. So to have her describe that hate speech and welcome Hazel.
Good evening, guys. Okay. And my topic is about hate speech, and the one can just ask what is hate speech is. I would like to ask a few questions before my speech started. Do you know what it is? Do you know its definition? And have you ever encountered any kind of speech, hate speech in your life? And the third question is, do you think hate speech is a serious problem? If you have ever encountered any hate speech or seen it, give me a signal, like now. Okay. And actually, hate speech is any form of expression, and it usually like to convey some discrimination or stereotype that are meant to attacking a certain groups or people. And that is an interesting point is that usually this enmity comes from a pure hatred without a reason. They just hate them and they just attack them. And nowadays, our hate speech usually appears on social media like Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube video. And there is a few countries like, usually the Nordic country like Germany and Norway, and some Europe countries that you have some bans hate speech. But I would like to want you guys to think about it. Why hate speech need to be restricted? Should it be restricted, and why? And I'm not going to take a side, or I'm not going to take a position. I just want to state how serious this problem is. So I would like to give you guys more space to think and reflection. The first point is that hate speech cannot be defined is the meaning. The range of hate speech is really hard to define. People usually will be confusing by hate speech and free speech. They cannot understand the line, the difference between hate speech and free speech. And there's a people think our freedom of speech is very important. Like, there is a book was written by Anthony Lewis, and he was a journalist, and he used to work for New York Times. And this book called Freedom for the Song That We Hate. It was written after the 9/11 was happened, and the whole United States was filled with unstable emotion and unsafe emotion. So the Anthony Lewis started wondering that is there any possibility that our government start to control our freedom of speech? So basically, it is a classic of book talking about how freedom of speech is so important. And the third point, why I think some people might think hate speech should not be restricted, is they only think if we legislation that hate speech, we just hide the hatred, we just hide the hate, hide the enmity, and instead of change our mind, instead of change our ideas. And those people might think we need to take more realistic movement to change people's discrimination and stereotypes. Okay, and that is the other position of people think that hate speech should be restricted. That means hate speech should be legislation, should be illegal. The first point is hate speech is useless. Hate speech is useless because it don't provide any positive impact for our society. It just conveys something really bad. And the second point is that in a book was written by Jeremy Woolley, it's called The Harm in Hate Speech. It says that hate speech is only an incitement of hate. It only incites people to attack groups, peoples like minority, like Muslims, like LGBTs, like refugees. And the second, and I think it's the most important, I think most people is clear about the third point, is that hate speech will cause indelible trauma in every victim. And here is the video, and the people, the black man was a victim from the Rwanda genocide. And it's a 2-minute video, and I hope you guys, after watching this video, will have a better understanding about how strong a threat real hate speech brings.
That hate crimes is preceded by hate speech. We all have to remember that the genocide that is in Rwanda started with hate speech. The Holocaust did not start with the gas chambers. It started long before with hate speech. What we have been seeing in Myanmar against the Rohingya population started also with hate speech. And today, what we are witnessing around this week, with the rise of extremists, be it in Europe, be it in Asia, everywhere, when we see the growing number of neo-Nazi groups, neo-fascist groups, when we see the way migrants and refugees are being vilified, we need therefore to make every effort to arrest this hate speech. We have to bear in mind that words kill. Words kill as bullets. And that is why we need to make every effort to invest on education, to invest on the youth, so that the next generation will understand the importance of living peacefully together. We need to make every effort so that the attacks like the one we have witnessed in Sri Lanka, when churches were attacked, the one we witnessed in New Zealand, when we saw in Pittsburgh, all this has to stop. And to stop it, we need to invest more on mobilizing the youth. We need to use the verb to become a tool for peace, a tool for love, a tool for increasing social cohesion, harmony in our world, instead of being a tool for committing genocide, crimes against humanity.
Okay, so after this short video, I hope you can understand more about the effect of hate speech. That's fine. And this is a cool sentence in this video is, we need to bear in mind that words kill us good. And I'm not here to tell you what is right and what's wrong. I want all of us can think about it, how our words will kill a person and how our words will help a person. And hope next time if you see any hate speech appears in your life, that you could stand up and say no to those hate speech. Thank you. That's why I share this with you.
Thank you, Hegel. It's a wonderful speech. We all agree that the words matter. So next topic.